President Trump taking up the radicalization of the Democratic Party, the Dems, during his rally in Council Bluffs, Iowa last night.
Radical Democrats were on a mission to resist, obstruct, delay, demolish, and destroy. On November 6th, you have the chance to stop the radical Democrats. Now the Democrats, or as some people would say, the Dims. Who says that? Lou Dobbs, the great Lou Dobbs, he says that, right? Democrats want to raise your taxes, impose socialism, dismantle law enforcement, eliminate ICE, and get rid of American borders. Democrats are the party of crime. In their lust for power, the Democrats have become totally unhinged. They've gone crazy.
The president saying that the Democrats, the radical Dems, are the party of open borders and crime, and the Republican Party is the party of strength and safety. Here to talk about all of this, Dan Bongino, former Secret Service agent, author of Spygate, The Attempted Sabotage of Donald J. Trump. It is now available everywhere. We urge you to buy the book. And Dan, it's great to have you with us. I have to say, the president is laying it on the line for the Republicans in the House and the Senate. He's campaigning. He's 3 times a day. He's in an airplane to somewhere to get it all done and to support candidates. And on the weekend, he is at another rally. This is a guy who's outworking everyone in his party, everyone in Washington. My God, what a performance. And what do we hear from too many Republicans? There's a problem? I have to really actually go work and kind of point out what awful tactics are being employed by the radical Dems. My goodness. What do you think?
Yeah, he's not messing around, Lou.
No,
President Trump is wholly committed to his agenda.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, I know. Yes, I am so with you on this. You know, Lou, I keep saying this, like the new rules are now in effect since Trump was inaugurated as president. The new rules are this. We are just not going to back down anymore. Here's the old rules. Maybe a foil, an analogy will work better here. The old Republican Party, and you saw this, I've seen this too. The Democrats, name the fight, any fight. It doesn't matter. Obamacare, health care, Supreme Court justice. They take a political grenade, whatever it is. The Democrats lob it on the battlefield. The Republicans scatter. A couple of strong ones are left behind, the Mike Lees, the Rand Pauls, the Ted Cruzes, and that's about it. But they're left there on their own, Lou, right? And they're left to fight the media, the activist groups, all by themselves. Donald Trump has said, I'll be there with you. Yeah. I'm the field general. I'm not abandoning the field. I'm not abandoning Kavanaugh. I'm not abandoning the tax cuts. And I'm not abandoning calling out the Democrats for what they are. And it's instilled this sense of strength back in Republican voters across the country. I just wish some of the swamp rat Republicans would get on the train rather than get run over by it for once.
Well, you know, the other part is, I mean, Speaker Ryan sitting there hidden in his little ivory lair at the House, still pretending he's an important person, even though he resigned his post eight months ago. It's like taking a straggler into combat with you. I mean, I don't even get what's going on here. He's supposed to be the field general. He turns out to be more milquetoast than anyone in the conference.
You know what it is, Lou? It's, you know, when I was in graduate school studying psychology, we learned about learned helplessness.
Psychology? You? Psychology?
Yeah,
That's
scary. Shockingly. I know. I know. I actually went back to business school later. I went back twice. But there's this concept called learned helplessness, where you can actually train subjects to be helpless. You just don't give them an out. The Republicans have learned to be helpless over the years because they were so afraid of this iron triangle. The activist groups, the swamp rat Democrats, and the media. They just were terrified of them, so they learned to be helpless. And Trump has reinvigorated the party with a fighting spirit, and they just don't know how to handle it yet.
Let me tell you the other iron triangle that they've been afraid of, particularly the guys like Paul Ryan. They've been afraid of that iron triangle that's made up of the Chamber of Commerce, the Business Roundtable, and the Koch brothers. We could square it off and include Wall Street. But those are the folks they really fear, Dan. This president...
Well, you've seen that on the immigration front, Lou. That's on the immigration front. They're terrified of that. Big time.
Yeah, absolutely. Dan, we're out of time. I've only got time to remind folks it's important to buy your book. And the title of that book is Spygate, The Attempted Sabotage of Donald J. Trump, available online in stores everywhere. We
Why I love
highly
you,
recommend
brother.
it.
You're the best.
Good to see you. You too.
you.
Thanks, Dan.